Hey there guys, and welcome back to Hursty Games, and welcome to something a little bit different. Last week I didn't get to play any of my weekend league games, so this week I'm showing you how I qualified and maybe give you a couple of hints and tricks into how I do it. As you can see on the screen just there was my team. It is Matt HD Gamer approved. He did like my team on Twitter, which is great. Thank you very much, Matt, if you happen to be watching this. But as you can see here, the first team that we do come up against is a pretty good hybrid, very good, sort of all French players apart from the keeper being Spanish, but a very nice team. Now, I ran all of this game through because, let's just say, it was quite short-lived. The game didn't go on very long. And my new addition to this team is Bale. Now, before him I had Ousmane Dembele, who is cracking, and I think he was actually my top goal scorer in this team. But I just felt there was a little something lacking, and it wasn't necessarily that it was Dembele, but maybe that Bale would bring something a little bit different. So I did a lot of saving up. I had to save up a lot to get that one to watch Lukaku anyway. And he bursts forward, and he has a great effort, but it does just go wide. But from this, we do actually, he does play a short goal kick that we win back with Martial. He has a good effort. You can see here Umtiti does take him down. I kind of think Umtiti kind of got the ball, but I'm not too upset because it gave us a free kick on the edge. And I thought, you know what, it's Bale's first game. Let's give him a chance. Let's see what he can do from free kicks. I don't have really a free kick taker in this team before putting him in. Isco was my best shout, so I thought, you know what, let's see if the stars can align. Let's give it to Gareth Bale. I'm not great at free kick this year. I was okay last year. We line it up straight into the wall, but it drops down to Herrera, who does find the bottom corner. It would have been nice to get Bale his first goal within like 5 minutes of him playing for us, but you can see that he does pause it, and I thought, really, we're 5 minutes in, it's the first round, it's 1-0. Yes, you haven't done very much yet, but the game hasn't really kicked off properly, and as you can see here, he quits. Now, I was a little bit disappointed, but then I thought, you know what, that's not the end of the world. I kind of jumped straight in and get a free ticket for the second game, and as you can see here, we come up against a Belgium team, which is a little bit weird. I don't think I've ever really played just a straight up Belgium player team, but wasn't too upset. It's quite a nice looking team. Obviously the informed keeper has got Vertonghen and the lone 9 Golan, and Carrasco I thought was going to be a bit of a threat as well, but we do actually edit this game down a bit, don't worry, I'm not going to play all of the games for you. But we burst forward Lukaku, he tries to keep up with us, he can't quite, we find Bale, he kind of gets stuck in his feet, but then he just opens up, and it's sort of almost across the goal, but it's a really weird but a very good finish, and Bale finds his first goal for us. Now, in regards to how I kind of go at these games, I try I mean, this is almost obvious, but I try so hard to make sure I get the first goal. It's really important to try not to concede early on, because then, you know, a lot of people play defensive, they then park the bus, all of this kind of stuff. It's FIFA, that's what people do. But if you can get that first goal, you can put them under pressure like this, and you can get the second goal with a weird blue screen. It does with me all the time, which is really odd. But you can see he gets to pause it again, 2-0 up, 11 minutes in, and he does quit. So we get our first 2 games over pretty quickly. And we jump into the 13 with a lone Lacazette up top, but a good BPL team. This was probably the toughest game out of all of them. But as I was saying, you really want to make sure that you're making the most of an early lead, or at least of a lead. It's kind of like squad battles, where people say, I was watching a video that Nepenthes did, and he was saying, you know, when you get that opening goal, the AI then goes on to attack, and you get more spaces behind them, and you get more goals. And people do it in real life. By the way, what a strike from Ander Herrera. What is that finish? This is why he is still in my team. I've thought so many times about maybe replacing him, but when he does that, it's kind of hard to, because he can get you goals like that for fun. So he's definitely somebody to look at if you're in a sort of mid-range to medium-high budget team. But getting that early goal, as you can see here, we opened him up, we had Bale in so much space, easy over the top, and then Bale tucks it in, across the goal, nice little finesse shot, and that's, like I said, really important if you can push for that first goal. Now, I know a lot of people have different styles of play, and I kind of, not pride myself, but I kind of try really hard to mix up my style of play, apart from there where you see I score the exact same goal. But I try really hard to kind of flit and float between passing it around a lot and just going at teams. So like in this game, I spent a lot of time going at them. This as well, what a finish. That is so top corner from Lukaku. It's disgusting. But sadly, but we got the 4-goal lead, which is great. We didn't keep the clean sheet in this game, which kind of sucked. But because we got those 4 early goals, it gave us that cushion that if they came at us, all we had to do was maybe just take it off attacked and put it on balance here. This is my stupid mistake. A silly throw out and then an easy goal for him. But again, that cushion means that we could kind of defend a little bit. I could slow the game down where I needed to, or I could attack him where I needed to. Like here you can see, I was on the break, but I did kind of just take my time because I had the time, end the game. 4-2 we did win that. It would have been nice to have kept the clean sheet. Would have been nice to maybe have got the rage quit after 4-0, get 3 rage quits back to back. But it wasn't to be. But 2 cracking goals. Here you can see again, I just wanted to look at Herrera's sort of lining up there. Fantastic shot. Herrera himself getting man of the match, but a lot of 9.4s there. You can see the players really do get a high rating if you can get these good results. The last team, now this team I was worried about. That front 3 really, really worried me. Also, from experience, Khedira is quite good, and so is Bonaventura, so the midfield was a little bit worrying for me as well. But we do start off very, very well. Herrera with a good interception, and Bell, edge of the box, again on that left foot. He's just got to finesse it, and it's going in every time. It's a fantastic start for us, very, very early to get the lead. But sadly, in this one, we did drop the lead very early, which I thought, you know, like I said, it's kind of contradictory to what I try and do. He went on to attacking, and actually I couldn't get in behind him, and he got in behind us, which kind of sucked. But that was all for the first half, and the second half I thought, you know what, I'm not ruining what was a good start, let's go ham. Isco dribbles through, great little dribble, cross the goal, driven into that far corner. He didn't stand much of a chance, and from there we kind of just went ham. We just went a little bit riot. Isco again with the 1-2 with Lukaku, and again into that far side. Easy. There are people shouting outside my house and I'm a bit concerned, but let's carry on with this video. I'm not stopping now. But as you can see, we're 3-1 up at this point, and some people then decide to take the foot off the gas, but I thought, you know what, if the goals are there, let's get them. Lukaku crossed the goal. Great run, by the way, from Matic. Just solid. I didn't really have to sprint. I was kind of just bringing players with me to give Lukaku the space. Here, building up from the back again. I've talked about a lot about that slow build-up, but here you can see it's a kind of mismatch. It's not exactly I'm like bombing it forward, but I'm finding the passes while making sure I'm going forward a lot. Lukaku on his weaker foot finds that bottom corner, 5-1 up. He got the pause here, but he didn't quit before you get your hopes up. Here, maybe a little bit soft, but a great little run from Isco. We get it to Bale, who I think he goes back to Isco. Bale goes down, and we do get ourselves a penalty. Khedira takes him down. I thought he was going to rage quit here, but he doesn't. Even though there's only a couple of minutes left, I thought, you know, he might think possibility of 6 goals, not interested. But to his credit, he does stay in. We keep Carvajal on it. I thought I'd change it, but I thought I had a daily task to score a penalty with a defender. Turns out I didn't get any extra for scoring with Carvajal, but he did score it, so that was a nice benefit. And we do manage to get one last goal. Herrera with a 1-2 with Isco, and then Herrera back from Lukaku, and we find that bottom corner. That nice build-up play just works every time. But guys, that is how I qualified for the FUT Champs Weekend League. Hopefully you guys got in as well. If you want any tips and tricks, I'm not going to claim that I'm a pro or any kind of expert, but I'll do what I can to help anyone I can. I watch a lot of videos, and I watch a lot of the FUT Champs games that they show you on Ultimate Team, and I take a little bit of advice in watching those. But also, I've got to bear in mind, I do have a fantastic team. There's no denying that. I've put a lot of time and effort into trading to get this team. So hopefully it will do me well. As you can see, Bale got 4 in his first 4 games. But boys, thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And like I said, leave any comments if you've got anything for me in the comment section. But for now, I'm going to say thank you for watching and look after yourselves. See you later.